Okay. Now we are continuing with the additional aspects of the linear programming. First one is shadow price. What is this shadow price? Shadow price means in the limiting factor situation, suppose company has one additional resource. Suppose, for example, one additional AG or one additional labor hour and etc. Like one additional square feet. Now what will we do? We will calculate maximum price which a company is willing to pay for one additional resource. This is called what? This is called shadow price. Maximum price which a company is willing to pay in this situation for one additional resource. Usually, this maximum price must not be greater than contribution from one additional resource. Now, in this question, we assume that, for example, if we have one additional square feet of fabric. In this scenario, we have already determined that maximum contribution is coming from where? Maximum contribution is coming from only the production of tables. So that's why now we will not the concept of simultaneous equation. We will allocate resources only to the tables because we identified or we determined maximum contribution if we only produce table. So we say that our equation was 2C plus 1.9T. Previously it was 1180, now it is 1181. And the second equation is same, 7C plus 4.95T is equal to 3490. You can see again either data is same or not. It was 3490, or if I scroll up it completely, you can see the data. This is the data. So now once again we will calculate maximum amount of tables only. Why? Because we have already determined that only sale of table will give us maximum contribution. So chair will be 0. 1.9T is equal to 1181. So we are going to find out the T. 1181 divided by 1.9. It is 621.57. Previously, I think it was 621.05. You can see over here. So there is a change. Don't think that it's a slight change in decimal, so why to account for? This change will bring the change in contribution. So decimals are important. Plus t is equal to, it is same 3490 divided by 4.95. It is 705.05. So again, we are done with the concept that lowest number or is considered as the maximum output. So 9 into 621.57, 5594.13. Previously, what was the contribution? If we produce only tables, previously it was 5589.45 and now 5594. So increase in contribution is equal to 5594.13 minus 5589.45. So 5589.45. 4.68 is the increase in contribution. So what we can say, shadow price of one additional square feet of fabric is 4.68. It is not financially viable to pay more than 4.68. Suppose if in the question I am also required to calculate the shadow price of the wood. So 2C 1.9 P is equal to 1180. This time it will be the original equation 7C plus 4.95 P is equal to 3490. And now this 90 has changed and it has become 91. One additional resource. We are already done with the concept that only table is generating the maximum contribution. So T is equal to 1180 by 1.9. 621.05 and here T is equal to 3491 divided by 4.95. 705.25. This additional resource is not going to add contribution because maximum what can we produce? Maximum we produce over here 621.05 and with the help of 621.05 we are already done with the contribution. So this additional resource is not useful in this situation. But suppose if we have maximum contribution from the simultaneous equation, then definitely this additional will resource will also contribute towards the maximum contribution. But right now we can say there is no use of one additional square feet of wood. So this is the concept of the shadow price. Any question related to shadow price? Okay. Next we will do the next concept which is called slack. Slack means excess. We have excess resources than demand. How? How we have excess resources? We determined in our graph that we have maximum demand of, assuming maximum demand of 400 chairs or maximum demand of 500 tables. Suppose if this is the situation, then we will determine that either any of the stock is in excess or not, or we change our assumption for this question. Here we say that equations are same. 2c plus 1.9t is equal to 1180, and 7c plus 4.95t is equal to 3495. These are the basic two equations. Here we say that maximum demand of chairs is suppose 150 and maximum demand of tables is suppose 400. Now we are required to calculate slack. Suppose if we use this data in this equation, 2 into 150 chairs plus 1.9 into 400 tables, we have what, 300 plus, I think it is 760, 1060. Available is what, 1180. We are using what, 1060. So the slack is what? Slack is minus 1060, 120. Square feet is the slack of fabric. Means 120 square feet fabric is available in excess. This is called slack. Suppose if we want to calculate about the other equation.